And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, today we're taking a look at a little game called Forest. This is from Helvetiq. It is a little game in which you're playing cards. Definitely, from what I can tell in the rules, seems geared towards kids, trying to find groups of 7 of little fairy creatures. Here's how it plays. Forest, it comes with a bunch of cards like this. They're going to show different creatures on them. Sometimes they have these big creatures, but you're looking for these little fairy creatures. There are cards with no things on them. Then there's little gnomes, little Santa Claus as we call them, fairies. There's also frogs and owls. So what you're going to do, you're going to have 3 cards, and on your turn you're going to play a card down to the middle of the table. Now you play the forest cards like this. If you have a tree card, you would play it like this, and then you draw a card. And so each person is going to be playing these cards down to the forest, and if you ever play a card and then you notice after playing the card that there are 7 of a particular fairy creature on it, you can claim them. So here, let's see, right now there are 1, 2, 3, 4 of the gnomes, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the fairies, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frogs, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4 owls. But when I add this card here, now I have 7 fairies. So at that point, let me just double count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll take all the cards that have fairies on them, put the rest of the cards together, and we keep going. The game ends when the deck runs out. Whoever has the most cards is the winner. You can also play a variant that whoever has you have a set of 7 fairies, set of 7 frogs. If you have a set of 7 everything, you get an extra 5 points. That's the whole game. It's a tiny box, like I said, you know. The cards look cool, right? As you're putting everything together, the idea of, you know, building these trees is really nice. Now, I will say that the Santa Claus and fairies, you have to kind of like look twice to tell the difference between them sometimes. And also, sometimes we would argue over whether something was counted, because there's these other things on here, right? Someone would say, well, that yellow light is an owl. No, I don't think so, that that's an owl. But there's, you know, these other people kind of get in the way, and is that person a fairy? No, they're giant. They're too big to be a fairy. Like, for example, is she a fairy? No, she's just a little girl. But other than that, the whole thing has a very nice look to it. Oh my. It looks pretty, right? But this game is just not very good. In Forest, you essentially are building this forest, right? And the game has rules. Put some cards horizontally and other vertically. Why? You literally could take the cards and just throw them onto the table. It doesn't matter. I don't understand why the rules actually show you. I mean, look at this. The rules show you here the right way to place them and the wrong way to place them. But it doesn't matter. I mean, I could put one in my hat and you just have to look at it. I don't know why they have those rules. And when you pull stuff out, it doesn't affect it. The stuff next to each other doesn't affect it. So it's just literally playing a card and seeing if there's 7 out there. So when you play this game, you look and you say, are there 7 out there? Can I make 7? Put out the fewest I can so the next person can't make 7. That is the algorithm you run through. Now for kids, it might be okay, I guess. But there's so many other games. There's no real meaningful choices in this. Yes, they get to build a cool looking tree, but they're literally just putting them out and counting to 7. Nah, this is a pass for me. It's too lucky. Kids complain. Adults shouldn't even touch this one. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm just not very happy with this one at all. Forest, sorry. Dice Tower judgment, completely random.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door!